Mastermind call with your host, Conversion Crusader, otherwise known as Chris Evers, and the head of education over at the Freedom Club, which is a school for dropshippers to come and learn how to make money with dropshipping. And if you can just give me a couple of moments here, I will be all up and running for this masterclass. Right, what do I want? What do I need to do? Okay, what I'm going to do is go and invite all my students in, so just hang tight and I will be back in about 10 seconds. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tuesday night's Growth Masterclass call. My name is Chris, head of education here at the Freedom Club. I know I've been away. I apologize for that. For those of you who aren't aware, I have been off, bedridden with COVID. My wife is still recovering. It's been a bit of a mess of a week. I would have loved to have been online, but I literally couldn't talk. Jessica, welcome. Sipida, welcome. Jenny, welcome. Shannon, welcome. For those of you who got my messages over WhatsApp over the past couple of days, I apologize for my croakiness, but it's the best I could do. And I know that people are waiting for my messages. Guys, I have hundreds of messages that I haven't answered yet, but I will get to them as soon as I can over the next couple of days. So if you're waiting for me to respond, please be patient with me. I'm literally exhausted just from sitting up in a chair at the moment. So I'll do my best to last for as long as I can tonight. It's not going to be a long one, but it is going to be an interesting one. I need to show you guys something really important. And this is going to be something that changes the way that we do things, okay? This is Growth Masterclass. Now, if I do go too fast for some of you, I apologize. But I'm here to help you grow. One of the biggest problems we have when we're trying to grow in our stores is there's this big gap between launch, right? You've launched and then you need to scale. And there's a massive gap in how we do that, right? It's difficult. In order to scale, we need ads. And in order to get ads, well, most of us aren't particularly creative, right? A lot of us try our best, and myself included, try our best in Canva. But if you're anything like me, your Canva probably looks like someone made them out of crayons. And it's taken me a long time and a lot of hard trial and error to even be remotely close to making a decent ad in Canva. I suck at it. There's no other way to say it. I suck at it. And I don't enjoy it. And we should always be doing the things that we enjoy. So with that in mind, I want to show you guys ChatGPT. I want to show you guys what I've been doing with ChatGPT lately. I'm going to show you guys a couple of really amazing things. I don't know if you know that ChatGPT can do this, but we're going to deep dive. Okay? How's that sound? And then I'm going to go and answer some of your questions. So, ChatGPT. Now, I learned this from a post from a guy on LinkedIn. So I didn't invent this. I didn't even realize ChatGPT could do this. But I found out it could. And when I found out it could, oh my God. I have been sitting here sick as a dog making ads on Facebook over and over and over again. So here's what we do. Let's make a new chat. Let's not start with what I've got. Let's make a new one right now. Now, this is with the paid version of ChatGPT, okay? Today, we're going to be going over image generation for ads. And on top of that, after that, we're going to talk about this little thing right here called deep research. Because Jesus, my friends, this is amazing. This is incredible. This is game changing. But first of all, let's talk about image generation. ChatGPT is not like other AIs at the moment. ChatGPT can actually write English. Really, really perfectly put together, streamlined, basic. Basic's not the word here, but what is the word? Clean. Clean marketing is the word here. We're going to show it. My cloth, my Lush Living Magic Shine cloth. Just to refresh you guys with what I'm selling here. And Jimmy, you on the call yet? I can talk about where I am with Lush right now. So this is the product that I'm selling, my Lush Living Magic Drying Cloth. Been selling this for a while. It's been a bit difficult lately. My CPMs on Facebook have gone through the roof, and I'm still trying to figure out why. But this is the product that we're focusing on, and we're going to be focusing on creatives, because in order to sell this, I need dozens of new creatives with dozens of different headlines, with dozens of different selling points. And while I do have an image team who I can go in and ask to create these for me, I don't enjoy having to ask a team of people to have to go and work for me, and then me have to wait for the results, go back and forth. I'd much rather it if I had all of that capability in my own hands. So I've been digging deep into ChatGPT to try and see if it can do what I need it to do. So that's the product. Now what I'm going to say to ChatGPT today is, this is the product that I want to sell. What I want it to do, I want to create a high contrast cinematic lifestyle ad with the following structure. So far so good. I'll give you this command too, by the way, guys. So in the chat, I'll give this to you. In the top section, I want a bold headline. Oops, go away. Go away. No streak shine. Now, I'm going to rotate through different headlines as I go and come up with all new ones. I can use ChatGPT to make some new ones, and I'll show you how I did that after this. But we're going to do this one at a time. The sub-headline, this is what I'm experimenting with right now. So my sub-headline I've asked it to do is our number one best-selling bathroom cloth. And I'll test another 12 to 15 different headlines and sub-headlines over the next couple of weeks. That's going to be my goal. The middle section is going to be the hero part of this image. I want to do a large focal image of a model using my product, the cloth, to dry water off shower glass. I want to focus on extreme detail on the product texture, the droplets, and the cloth. For the environment, I want a beautiful bathroom, cinematic lighting, saturated tones, daylight hotel vibe. And in the bottom section, this is the bit that blew my mind. I want a row of 4 minimalistic icons with short, bold labels. Environmentally friendly, holds water like a sponge, easy to use, sparkly clean bathroom. I want the icons evenly spaced with text underneath each one. I want to keep the composition vertically aligned and balanced with a modern font in bold. I don't know why there's an S there. And just to reiterate to ChatGPT, I want the cloth to be highly textured, long microfibers, and looks like the image attached. I want the model to be pretty, and here are 2 images of the product. I just want it to make one square image. Make one one-to-one image. Now, here's the thing. I go to my store, we go to my reviews, and we grab one of these. We just copy the image, pop it over ChatGPT. There's image 1. Let's find another product review here. Here we go. Maybe I need a better one to see the microfibers. Cool. Another image here. We'll give this to the more images you can give it, the better. Now, I'm going to be even more cheeky. I'm going to be way more cheeky. You want cheeky? Let me show you cheeky. I'm going to find a picture of my competitor. That's the product. Oh, this is getting really cheeky now. Okay. You know what? Just for balance, do I have a good picture of that from my website? Yes, I do. Here you go, ChatGPT. Let's see what she comes up with. Oh, it's making me 2 for the price of 1 right now. Now, this process takes a couple of minutes. I didn't think I would have the results that I had. I guarantee this is going to blow your mind. I can't wait for this to be super fast one day. Now, just to reiterate, you can only do this with the top plan of ChatGPT, with the Pro plan. Oh my god, these look like they're going to be amazing. The second one, I can already see the text is a bit off at the top. It's cool. Probably going to use this one. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Look, they got the fibers on the cloth right. And Sepida, can I talk about Advantage Plus sales campaign? I kind of do that every single weekend. Well, not weekend. I do that every weekend. I do that every call. I'll be happy to. I don't know why their eyes are closed, but I don't care. That is perfect. Look at that. That's amazing. That is amazing. That's going in my list. I'll be uploading that to Facebook tonight. That's how we make our product images. Ali says, shut up. If I could do this myself, I would. I can't believe the logos. It's beyond incredible. This seriously, it hasn't changed my life, but it's in the process of changing my life. The thing is, this is just the first one. Now I can say, hey, how about we change the background color to be more white or more blue or more green? How about we change the angle of the camera? We can do all sorts of different things now. This will not only save you hours, Jenny, it will save you dollars as well from hiring people to do this. We just, one thing. When I uploaded those pictures of the product, none of those pictures of the product had any logos in it. So if you give ChatGPT a product that has a logo, it will give you that product back with the logo on it. Okay, so you won't be able to remove the logo for copyright reasons. You have to find images that don't have the logo, and if it does have the logo, edit that out in something. Edit the logo out in Canva or whatever. Just cut it out, or just, you know, take a screenshot and cut the logo out of it just so that it doesn't see the logo. And look, to be fair, to be completely honest, I might say to it, look, this cloth isn't quite right. Regenerate this, and I'll show you how we do that. Regenerate this, but make the microfibers smaller. Even though I'm going to use it. Regenerate the image, but make the micro fibers on the cloth smaller. See what it comes up with. And I'll give you guys the command right now. I warned you guys. I warned you I was going to show you something cool. All right, next thing. This looks like a normal ChatGPT chat. I've been having some serious problems with my Lush Living ads. We're doing well. We've sold like 50,000 of these bad boys, but I've been really struggling with profitability. And I know it's common. Hell, I've been through this many times where things have been highly profitable, then not so profitable, then highly profitable. But my biggest problem right now on Lush Living I wish I could show you, but the ads are all down for that particular angle. My biggest problem was the CPMs. We don't often see this problem, but I was getting 4 to 5% click-through rates. And that's amazing. 4 to 5% click-through rates is incredible. I wish I could do that for all my products. It is an absolutely incredible feat to get to 4 to 5% click-throughs. But while my click-throughs are very high, my CPMs... Oh, Keith, in this version of ChatGPT, is there a limit on the data I can produce? I think I'm paying... So I've got ChatGPT Plus here. I don't know about... I haven't hit a limit. I'm just doing... Look, just $20 a month. Everything is free. Advanced deep research. I would love to test Pro, but $200 a month seems a bit much. Well, the Sora video generation might be nice. But no, I'm just using Plus at the moment. I'm tempted to go Pro though. I'm very tempted to give Pro a try. Alright, so we've been selling our cloths now for a while. And if you look at my cloth, my main image here, 2025's #1 rated bathroom cleaner. The reason why this is my product image is because on Facebook, we were finding when we had Australia's #1 bathroom cleaner, we were getting 5% click-throughs, between 4 and 5%. However, the cost per click was above $2. And the reason why I was getting a cost per click above $2, even though my CTR was so high, is because Facebook was charging me about $150 CPM. The cheapest CPM I was able to get down to was about $100. Somewhere between $80 and $100, which is an incredibly high CPM. On Home Craftology, we're selling diamond painting kits, and we're getting CPMs for like $20 to $30 on an expensive day. My cost per click for diamond painting kits is around about 80 cents. Yet, for a bathroom cloth, my cost per click was about $2, sometimes $3. And even though my CTRs are amazing, my add to carts were like 10, 11%, my conversion rate was 5 to 6% on a good day. We were not often profitable because the CPMs were just so darn high. And I was getting fed up. So I said to ChatGPT here, now this is using the deep research mode right here. Deep research. You only get a few of these per month. I got 9 available until May 13. Get detailed insight on any topic. So use these sparingly. And when you do use them, make sure you give give ChatGPT enough information. Now I said ChatGPT. I didn't know what deep research was, by the way. This was my very first attempt. What's the best way to reduce the CPM on my ads? And then it asked me to give it more details. So I said to it, okay, here's my product. Here's my target audience. I'm just using a broad target audience. And even at my level, I was just hoping I could learn a little nugget of information. Because any little nugget of information at my level could mean a substantial change in my profits. I said my target audience is broad. I'm running ads for conversions. I have image ads and video ads, and my CPM is $64 AUD. It is on average. I said I've been doing lots of testing on different creatives. When I use the one in my title, the #1 Australian bathroom cleaning cloth, I get a CTR of 4%, but a CPM of $60 to $80. And then I said, thanks, I'll look into it. It took 8 minutes. Research completed in 8 minutes and 24 seconds. And all of these little messages here are all of the websites that it went back and forth to cross-reference my answer. It used Reddit. It used blog posts. It used Facebook Library. It used different articles. It cross-referenced everything more than I could possibly think of. And it did more than I ever imagined it would. John Loomer, wow, okay. Some of these people are some of the best marketers on the planet that it's read through. Malvers, fantastic. And what it told me was, here is why the CPM on my ads is so high. It's given me strategies to lower it. And the biggest one in here is Facebook is probably looking at my headline and claiming that's a clickbait or an unrealistic claim. The #1 Australian bathroom cleaning cloth. It may grab attention, but because it's a clickbait or unrealistic claim, Facebook is going to increase my CPM to unencourage me to keep running this ad, showing it to fewer people. And even though I can still make money from this, it's reducing my credibility and may have, in fact, destroyed my ad account. So that's the biggest thing I took away from that. Based on that information, I've set up a brand new ad account for Lush Living, and I'm testing everything else that I can think of except bold claims like that, because I was actually using that on a lot of my different products and they were working really well, but my CPMs just kept climbing up. Jessica, when you tried that rated #1, Facebook blocked the ad and didn't let you use it. I kind of wish they'd done that. Would have made life a lot easier for me in the long run, because I wouldn't be sitting here wondering. Jessica, you mocked up one same ad that was on my store for yours, and Meta was like, no, no. Well, there we go. Anyway, that's how we use ChatGPT deep research mode. If you got a specific question about your ads, you give it specific data about your ads, and you ask the question, and it will do its best to be me. And then based on that, I said to it, hey, with all of this information, generate for me 50 headlines that I can use in my image ads to advertise this product. And you know what? It gave me 50 image ads 50 headlines to use in my images. So all I need to do now is take these headlines, copy them into my other window, and make 50 images. And just making sure to tell ChatGPT to vary up the angle, the lighting, and the thing my model is doing. As for the question above, can this be used for dog products? We won't know until you try. So guys, with this new bit of information here I've added to your toolkit, I expect to see everyone coming to the next calls with some incredible new ads, guys. All right, now seven comments on today. Let's see if I can get through these as quickly as possible before I pass out. All right, Jessica, can I look in your ad account for Calm Soothe? You've had 8 orders across 7 days. 2 in 24 hours after turning off your ads without sales. Working on the landing page, not profitable yet. Would like my advice. You managed to delete the old campaign. Well, I won't be able to help you there. You don't have... No, they've taken away the option of manual campaigns. There is a way to do it. There's a way to do it if you want to do testing. That you can still do testing. You've launched new ads that have generated sales. You've had 1 sale since launching. Yeah, look, it sounds like you're doing it right. CPM's a bit high, but that should come down with time. ROAS is great for a lot of these. So what would I do? Click-through rates are good. It looks like it needs more time, honestly. So your ads look pretty good here. You've spent £200. How many orders did you say you made? 8 orders, £200. Jess is a standout student prodigy. £200 divided by 8. £25. So you're looking at $25 to $50, around about $40 to $50 per order. You're on the right track, Jess. I'd be looking at this point to spend another couple of $100 on your ads, and I mean, stop deleting campaigns for a start. Spend a couple of $100 more, really getting a feel for which of these ads work and which of these ads don't work. Turning off the ones that don't have any add to carts. Your cost per click looks great, by the way. At this point in your e-commerce journey, my focus would be on the email side of things. Okay, so you focus on your ads, not ass. Focus on your ads. Focus on your landing page. That's cool, but a lot of people forget to do A/B testing on your sign-up form. And like, for example, for Lush Living, my sign-up rate is, I think it's like 8%. On Homecraftology, my sign-up rate is 12%. The higher number you can get to sign up to your pop-up, the more chance you're going to have of bringing those customers back and getting those sales. You've just launched Advantage Plus. Use the ads with good ROAS. Could I check out that campaign? Not yet. Not yet. I'm not going to check it out tonight. I will check it out on Thursday night. I want it to have enough data in there for me to actually make a meaningful comment, okay? Jimmy's going to help you with the emails? Awesome. So we'll check it out on Thursday. That will give you 2 extra days worth of data for that brand new Advantage Plus. And that will give us a little bit more things that we can shave off on Thursday, okay? What I would be doing, I think you're doing the right thing, like using the ones that brought you in the best ROAS, great. But it's not always just about ROAS. It can also be about click-through rates. Some of these ones that bring massive click-through rates. I mean, C1, you already got 2 of those. That's cool. C2, C3, I mean, they got some great click-throughs. And your cost per clicks look good. Jimmy, you're an actual whole legend? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Jimmy will be me one day, and then everyone on this call can be me one day. I was you guys once, you know? Catherine, take a look at your email campaigns. You've sent 6 so far. Pamper Pet in OmniSend. Alright, let me take a look. OmniSend. Alright, Pamper Pet. What have we got here? What was the question again? I can't remember. You've sent 6 email campaigns, decent open rates, terrible click rates. What do you mean terrible click rates? 6% click rate? That's amazing. Terrible sales rate. That's the problem. No, the click rate is good on that one. Hey, don't for a second start to feel like you're not going to make it. I kind of get what you mean. I kind of get what you're feeling. You've sent these emails out and you got nothing, right? It's okay. Hold on. I'll come back to you in a sec. I'll just show you Lush Living. Because it's kind of in the same ballpark. It's fresh. A few more contacts than you. But this is kind of where I'm at the moment with Lush Living. I wasn't in the beginning I was lazy, to be honest. I was a bit too lazy. I didn't send enough emails. I didn't train my list to look for my weekly emails. So my open rates are not amazing. They're not terrible. I mean, that was terrible, but 50, 40, 50, 40, they're not too bad. Click rate 1.52, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. My sales, not great. Not great, but this is only 1,500 people. If this was 10,000 people, sales would have been much better. The more people I've got, the better this is going to be. And this is early days. Early days of sending campaigns. You can see April 12th, so I've only just really started to ramp it up. It's going to take probably, I reckon, another month before everyone here starts to learn to open my emails and get great reasons to go back to my store. And I'm going to have to come up with some pretty good reasons to come back to the store, if I'm going to be honest. What I'm trying to say is keep going. Keep going. You're going to get it. Because when you do, whoops, wrong store there. Just give me a sec. Oh no, that's the right one. When you do get it, you're gonna be able to make some money like this. Oh my god, look at that! $2,000 I made on was that Monday? That was yesterday. $2,000 in sales yesterday, just from emails in US dollars. And look, my open rates aren't dissimilar to yours. 30, 50, 50, 50, 30. Click rates. My click rate on my best email was only 0.7% because I sent it to my entire list. 54,000 people to make $2,000. I hope that helps you sort of understand that the size of the list makes so much difference, and training your people makes so much difference. You will get to the point where you're having a weekend of $2,000 to $3,000 in sales. Yeah, we'll have a look at your specifics. Where is your store again? What was it called? Pamper Pet. Okay. Pamper Pet. Okay, so tutorial video was obviously a big hit. Oh yeah. That's cool because it's pretty cool. When you have an image and it has the little play button and it takes you to the video, oh man, you're gonna get a lot of clicks. You asked for a tutorial on how to groom your pets. You made a quick, easy to follow tutorial. Catherine, I reckon you should make a pet grooming Facebook group, to be honest. The quick video walk through everything step by step so you can groom your pet with confidence. And because I want to make your home grooming even easier, I've got a little something for you. Excellent. It's great. Keep trying. Maybe you also want to find a little vacuum, like a portable vacuum that you can just tidy up the space around where you're grooming. Sell that as an upsell. You can do other tutorials for other products. You can have, you don't just have to do tutorials. You could have a bit of UGC as a video for people to look at and click. There's all sorts of things. You could have a little thing for how to find ticks and how to get rid of ticks in your dog's skin. You could, just anything you can think of that might help could be a reason for you to email through and get them back to your website. Now, I do recommend hosting videos on your website. You could have this video tutorial on the product page, and you can redirect people to the product page, to the video, to get them back to watch. It's all about bringing people back to the website and giving them a reason. For example, one of the reasons why I made so much money this weekend, out of all weekends, was because we launched a new accessory this weekend. And I'll show you my emails too, just to show you. Oh, I forgot about that one. I should have been promoting that. This was the product we launched. It's an electronic diamond painting pen. It's really a revolutionary new device for diamond painting lovers, because it allows you just to pick up your diamonds rather than using the wax that we usually use, which can be really annoying. So I'll show you my emails. And the reason I'm showing you these, not to gloat or anything, it's quite literally because mine are not that different to yours. Is glout a word? I don't even know if it's a word. So I sent out an email because it was a big weekend. I sent out an email on the, what was it? Stock take sale on the 9th, 11th. So on the 9th, I was having a really rough day. We didn't have any sales. Ads weren't working that great, so I sent out my campaign early, and I've sent out 1, 2, 3, 4 of these campaigns. And honestly, the email that I sent out is pretty similar each day. I just changed the wording a little bit. I could have put a lot more effort in, but I was struggling with the COVID. So honestly, it's big headlines, simple images, 55% off store wide, up to 55% off. Not everything was 55% off. Stock take sent. This one was sent out yesterday, so it ends in a few short hours. And here's the pen. Get 30% off this pen. Obviously, this is brand new, and I didn't want to just give it away. I wanted to make a bit of money out of it, so I didn't put a substantial discount on. All of my products on my store start at 4 times margin, and that allows me to give out decent discounts and it makes them feel like they're getting a huge discount. So that was it. And every day over the last like 4 days, it was a slightly different variation of this. I changed up the text, but the images all stayed the same. If I put a bit more effort into it, I could have had a different clearance sale image every day, and I could have had a better product image of this, honestly. But I wasn't up for it. I just did the bare minimum. My point is, Catherine, I'm so proud of you. You're getting there, and you're not doing anything wrong with what you're doing. This is great. This is great. Just keep it coming. Just keep the content coming now, and get everybody used to opening your emails. All right, where were we? Freedom Club. Okay, Josh. You got a product which works really well with targeting. You want to test creatives, so is the right decision to test new creatives with the same well-performance audience? Yeah, 100%. If it's working for you, keep it going. Can I look at your ad account? Josh, are you online? Can you tell me what your ad account is called? Because I can't look at your ad account unless I know which one I'm looking at. I'll come back, Josh. If you are on the call and let me know which account, I'll come back. Shannon, Facebook data and product page. Cellulite Soother for Look Remy. Oh, great. Oh, I was going to say, I thought I saw 6%. No. 0.22%. That's not great. We need it's close. It's close, but it's not quite there. We need a little bit more in the reach checkout. And we need a lot more in the add to cart. So it could be, in this case, that the pricing is off. $109. Visible result in 6. So one thing here, we never want to put underlines on our page. Underlines mean a link, and these aren't links, and it's very, very confusing. Visible results within 60 days. 97% of women saw less cellulite. Clinically tested and science-backed technology designed for women 30 plus. Oh, okay. Up here is great. Very, very good top half of the website. Down here is not. It's just here. This looks incredibly untidy. It's getting there. I just can't put my finger on what I don't like, but I don't like it. and I'm not talking about the cellulite. That's cool. I'm just talking about this bit right here, I think. It doesn't seem to flow. These look good. And the rest is pretty good. I didn't see a pop-up. That's the one thing. I don't think I've seen this website before, and I didn't see a pop-up. All right, let's add to cart. Selling fast. The cart is reserved for 6 minutes, whatever. Okay, cool. We'll check out. That's really nice. I love what you did with your logo. That's really nice. Yeah, I think it's the price. I think it's the price. I think you want to maybe test a little bit less, maybe under 100, and see if you can get more sales. That's probably where people are tripping up. Zero sales, 7 add to carts. You spent 200 already. Your landing page looks okay. Yeah. So take some of that feedback I've given you. I don't know if I got access to your ad account. I don't think I do. Look, Remy. Where are we? Look. No, I do. I do have access. What do you know? Okay, we've got... I don't think this is the right ad account though. Look Remy AU. I don't seem to have Look Remy AU. Two-factor authentication. 1 second. One 10786. Yeah, you might have to give me access to the right ad account because I don't have it. If you could figure that out, let me know once you've granted me access. That'd be cool. You should see another one in here, and you just click on it and you go add people and add me, and we go from there. Amy, ad manager for Fur Friends. Jimmy's taking a look at the ads and thinks the data is good, and to launch some new image creatives. You just want to get my thoughts too. It's probably going to be the same, Amy. Fur Friends 2. Fur Friends 2. I'm going to see if I can find it. No. I think I've lost access completely. That's cool. Okay, Fur Friends. Fur Friends 2. Top of funnel testing. And we'll go have a look at the data over the last 15 days. Kaden, how often do I launch a new Advantage Plus campaign on average? Let's talk about Homecraftology. Probably once every month, maybe I'll launch a new one. And try to do it as try to space it out as much as I possibly can. I'd launch it with chunks of brand new content that I've tested. So I do like a month test cycle to keep things fresh. You've sent me an invitation, Shannon. Okay, I'll probably do that off camera after the call because it can be a little bit fiddly I don't have the invitation yet. I've just it'll take a few minutes to come through. So after this stream, I'll log in and set that up and be ready for next stream. Okay, tug rope testing. Cost per click is $2.49. CTR 2.62. That looks pretty good. Get testing C1 and C2. Yeah, you're on the right path. On the right path. You just need way more than this. This is like only testing 2 products. Sorry, two ads. You need to knuckle in and dig in and go make a whole bunch of content, okay? Way more. Okay, Zach. Ad account, landing page. Man, Jimmy, you're busy. One audience has spent more because recommended to merge the ad sets. Spent the whole $75 budget. Yeah, don't always trust what Meta tells you to do. Okay. We can't necessarily count all of our sessions because it's not always clear if a session is one click from Facebook, because sometimes we get a lot of bots. Mama Go on the go toddler carrier. Cool. Great looking store. 5 completed checkout. Not bad. Not bad. It's not quite where we need it to be. Oh, it's not too far off. Nearly 2%. You're not too far off. What are we asking for here? Landing page looks great, by the way. And I'm sure Jimmy's giving you some good feedback. I don't know if I have access to your ads. How much should you be spending per day in your campaign per day if we're testing 5 different ad sets with one? How much should you be spending is how much you can afford. How much you can afford to lose. It's a difficult question for me to answer. The more you spend, the quicker you'll know which ads to turn off. However, you're going to burn a hole in your pocket a lot faster. The less you spend, the longer it's going to take to find your winners. Clothes Leisure, he had a question about which funnel works better nowadays, especially for older audiences. VSL, advertorial, product page, checkout, or short form ad, product page, checkout. I prefer short form ad, product page, checkout. That's I don't do advertorials. I know some people swear by them. I don't do them. I like to keep things simple. Shannon, Facebook won't be optimized and show ads if it's only $20 per day with 5 ad sets and 5 creatives, right? Oh, that's a loaded question. Give me 1 second. What am I answering here? We'll come back and answer that. So we're looking for Mama Go. I don't think I have Mama Go. I don't. Unless I spelt it wrong. No, I didn't. No, I definitely don't have a mama. Zach and Shani, if you could invite me, I'll send you my email address here. Invite me to your account, into your business. So invite me to your business, grant me access to your ad account, and I will take a look at that next stream. Which is good, because you'll have 2 days of extra data for me to take a look at. Okay. Blake. Trail locks, launching your ads, looking at testing. Great. Can I take a look at your ads manager? I should have access. You're unsure if you've set it up correctly. It's for OmniLight campaign, starting a 50-day limit. All right, I'll check this out, and then I'm going to answer that question, Shannon. Okay, trail light. This was for... what am I doing? What am I doing here? Trail light. OmniLight campaign. I don't see an OmniLight campaign here. Unless it's this. If you haven't published your campaign, I won't be able to see it. That's the only thing. If it's sitting there unpublished, yeah, there's I can't see it until you published it. So I don't think it's this one. I might have to wait until you've actually launched it so I can take a look at if you've done it right, okay? Unfortunately, let's talk about Shannon. Yeah, let's talk about Shannon. Okay. Shannon says, how much should we be spending per day in our campaign if we're testing 5 different ads with 1 creative in each ad set? Well, okay, one sec. Let me stop sharing. Okay. How much should we be actually spending per day in our testing campaign if we're testing 5 different ad sets with 1 creative in each ad set? Well, how much do I spend? I spend $10 per day on each ad. And I do that for 2 to 3 days. So each ad will have, from me, probably no more than $20 to $30 in ad spend in total. And hopefully after $20 to $30, I've got enough data there to make a decision. Is this ad a winner or a loser? And I turn it off if it's a loser. Well, I turn it off either way. If it's a winner, it goes and gets upgraded into my Advantage Plus shopping campaign. Shannon, Facebook won't be optimized and won't show ads if it's only $20 per day with 5 ad sets and 5 creatives. Right. No, incorrect. But you have to have each ad set within my testing campaign has its own budget. And in each ad set is only 1 ad. And each ad set is set to spend $10 per day. So my whole entire ad set will spend $50 per day. Just for testing. Just for testing. And it depends on how many ad sets I have. What indicates to me that it's a winner? Add to carts, sales, or just sales? No, not even just those things. Add to carts, great. Sales, fantastic. Click-through rate and cost per click. Now we're only spending $20 to $30, so you can't expect every ad set to get a sale with just $20 to $30. You could have an ad set that, or you can have a particular ad that you spend, $100 on, and then all of a sudden it gets 3 sales. So we can't just go by sales and add to carts. We have to look at CTR and cost per click. How long should I test ads to see if they're successful? $20 to $30 each. I'm trying to build an ad set made up of all of my best performing ads click-wise. I want to get people to my website as cheaply as possible. So the ads that I choose to be the winning ads while I'm in this testing phase are all the ones with the highest CTR and the lowest cost per click. Once I've built up my Advantage Plus campaign full of these winning ads, not all of those winning ads are winners of the winners. Okay, to make my absolute champion ads, that's when I start turning off the least performing ads from my winners. Jenny, my opinion on Trustpilot badge to your website. Yep. Trustpilot, in my view, is expensive. It's never really helped me get more sales or less sales. I only have a fair few Trustpilot score, like actual reviews on Homecraftology. I found that a real pain in the ass to try and direct people back to Trustpilot to go and actually do reviews. People on Trustpilot tend to be people who are just pissed off anyway, rather than people who actually enjoy my products. People who enjoy my products tend to go back to my website and review them there. So I don't bother with Trustpilot. I think they're a bit of a scam company. They threaten you to go and make sure you have an account with them just to go and respond to people who have put a bad review. It's like blackmailing your reviews in my opinion. I don't love them. If you got a good Trustpilot score and you've got a lot of people who can go and do your Trustpilot for you, fantastic, go ahead. But for me, I don't bother. I don't bother with that. And I don't respond to review terrorists. Alright guys, we're going to wrap this up in about 3 minutes. Jenny, you thought I'd say something about that line? Yeah. Look, it's like you could spend all of your time worrying about all these other little things, but it's best to spend your time worrying about the top 80% of what gets you sales. And it's not Trustpilot. Shannon, Advantage Plus campaign won't actually work until you have 50 conversions. No, it'll work. It'll work. It's just not fully optimized until you can get 50 conversions within 7 days. Doesn't Advantage Plus work once you have enough data? When should you transfer ads to the Advantage Plus shopping campaign? Once you've had around about 20 conversions, you should be good to go and make an Advantage Plus shopping campaign. Since you're not profitable, well, try and get yourself profitable. If you're not ready to go for an Advantage Plus shopping campaign, you can still take your best winning ads and you can still migrate them into an actual broad manual sales campaign. But things have changed since I started teaching you guys about Advantage Plus, and all of a sudden, a lot of you guys, you don't have the ability to go and just create a manual sales campaign anymore, and Facebook's pushing you to create the Advantage Plus shopping campaign. So if you can't get 50 conversions in a week, doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. Just means you start your Advantage Plus shopping campaign off with a smaller budget. You still get sales. It'll just take a little bit longer for it to warm up. And all of my new stores that I bring online, well, they're all in the same boat as well. So I usually try and test. And then, so I do my tests, I put them into a manual sales. This is for my new stores, by the way, just a new store. I'll do my testing. I'll put my best winners into a manual sales campaign or just a sales campaign that's not a ASC. And you can do them even in the new accounts. There is a way to do just a normal broad manual sales campaign. I'll do that for like $50 a day until I've got 20 conversions, until I feel like we're ready for Advantage Plus shopping. Jess, when I have my current Advantage Plus, do I take the best performance from, add them to Advantage Plus? Yes, I do. And I'm adding new tested winners rather than turning them off. No. So I recently did this where I duplicated my big sales camp, my big ASC for Homecraftology, and I added about 20 new creatives in there. And I let it go. And a week later, I turned off the losers. I'd rather turn them off and go back into learning than sit there with losers that are spending money and not getting sales. I hope that makes sense. Sorry, I know I'm making a lot less sense the longer this call goes on. My brain's starting to fog. Emily, do I have to wait until I've had a certain amount of winners before you put them into a sales campaign? Yeah, look, in my testing, I found if I jump to an Advantage Shopping Plus campaign too early, it's more difficult for that to get sales, while Facebook sort of learns who my target audience is. So I do tend to wait until I've had about 20 conversions before I bother making an Advantage Plus shopping. Jack, when adding my ad account, do I give full access to the account? Yes, please. Yes, please. That would be beneficial. Last couple of questions, guys. But don't worry, I'll be back on Thursday. Sepida, I skipped your question. Sorry about that. Where was your question? Can you type it in again, Sepida? I don't think I saw it. Jessica, so you warm the duplicated one up and then slowly change the budget over. That's correct. That's how I do it. It's not the only way to do it, but that's how I do it. Emily, once I've tested them at $10 a day and found the winners, what do I do with them? Either I pop them into my Advantage Plus, or I pop them into a manual campaign if I'm not up to an Advantage Plus level. Step it up. So what I can, I've run out of time today, and I don't think I'm going to be able to give you my best effort. What I would recommend you do, if you don't mind, I can do it on Thursday. Can you jump into my Growth Masterclass on Thursday? I'll drop a link in here. And can you put in a comment on that video, on that meeting, and give me the link to your website? If you're the first person in, you'll get the first review. I'm sorry that I missed your message before. It's really hard actually to keep up with the chat in Circle, because some messages just get removed from the chat and they're gone. Like that message that I just posted, it's actually just vanished from my screen. Sorry, Sepida. All right, last question, guys. My head's about to hit the keyboard. Thanks, Jess. All right. I will take that advice. I am going to go rest up. Take it easy, guys. I will be back in full force on Thursday, and I'll hopefully last a fair bit longer. And until then, go get some work done and go make some sales, and I'll see you later.